Hi, I'm Neil Rolnick, and I'm delighted that my piece, Macedonian AirDrumming, will be part of the opening concert for this festival. I thought I'd say a few words about the generation of the piece, the way that the piece came about, and the way that it sits in the work that I've done. From the earliest times that I started composing in the mid-1960s, I was very fascinated by kind of changing rhythms, changing meters, particularly in composers like Stravinsky or Bartók, who took kind of native Eastern European melodies and rhythmic ideas and seemed to be sort of playing with them so that you'd have, if you look at their scores, Stravinsky from the early periods and a lot of Bartók, where there will be changing meters, where you'll have measures of 3/4 and 4/4 and 7/8 and 9/8 and 5/4 all mixed up together, one after the other. And I always looked at that initially as a way to make music kind of strangely different and interesting. And then in 1989 through 1990, I had a Fulbright to then Yugoslavia, and was coming to Skopje in order to do a concert and meet with people. And was coming on a late night bus or early morning bus from Belgrade to Skopje, and was talking to the person sitting next to me. They said, "Oh, you're a musician. You're going to Skopje in Macedonia. You must know Macedonian music and the Macedonian rhythms." And I said, "I don't know what the Macedonian rhythms are." And he said, "Well, a lot of Macedonian music is in a kind of a 7 rhythm, and it kind of goes daka daka da 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 daka daka da da daka daka da 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 daka daka da da da." And so that little bit, and then I got to Skopje, and a lot of the music that I heard here, a lot of the music that that I was exposed to, I got a bunch of recordings I took back and listened to. A lot of that music had that sense of being music that was, when people sang it, when people danced to it, they could move their bodies. It was not odd meters and odd rhythms that were intellectual. It was irregular kinds of meters and rhythms that actually came from a source in the body. And instead of being intellectual, it was corporeal. And even though it might be not 4/4 or 3/4 as much Western music is, it was still kind of rhythms and meters that came from people moving. And that had a huge impact on actually what I've done ever since, because even though I still use lots of kind of irregular rhythmic and metrical patterns in my music, I'm very conscious now that they're all patterns that have to come from something that I can feel in my body and that hopefully my audience can feel as well. And so Macedonian AirDrumming was one of the first pieces that I did when I got back from the Fulbright time in then Yugoslavia, to really kind of take advantage of this different way of thinking about rhythm in my music. So I hope you enjoy it, and again, thank you for including me and my music in this festival.